Welcome to Moving Forward, sponsored by MPW Mocklink TV and Mocklink Internet, online at mpw.org. Each weekday morning, our local talk segment brings you the people who are helping move our community forward. Let's start the show.
Good morning, AM 860 FM 95.1 KWPC. I'm Jordan Davis. Thanks for tuning in with us here on your Tuesday morning, the day after Memorial Day. I hope you had a great weekend. Turn it on for $10 off. Right now, when you turn on Mocklink Internet, TV, and or phone services, you get $10 off each for 3 months. That's a $90 savings on 3 services for 3 months. Details at mpw.org. Of course, moving forward, being brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water. I'm joined this morning by Amy Hessel from the YMCA. How are you this morning, Amy?
Fantastic. It's good to be here again.
Absolutely. Well, we're excited to have you as always because it's a great pleasure to get to hear about all the stuff the YMCA is up to. And you just brought in, and I don't know, I think it looks like we're over there, show you this giant panel or this huge piece of paper with all of the events going on this summer.
Yes.
So is it everything that the YMCA is involved with?
This is the Summer Things to Do, and it's put out by the Muscatine County Family Effectiveness Coalition. And so this is mostly Muscatine area things. So it is all of, not just the Y, but it is all of a lot of the community events. So
Gotcha.
We don't get them all. Like we try, I do the research and people send me stuff, but I know there's still some stuff out there that's not on this sheet.
Pretty close though to getting them all because that's a lot of events.
Well, and the Family Effectiveness Coalition, our mission is to help families work better together. And the one way you can do that is to spend time together. Mm-hmm. And so, and I actually had to take some things out that were like, just kid, not family. I mean, it was hard this year to get this all in one, and I talk about one piece of paper, but this is a legal size piece of paper.
Yeah, it's humongous. Well,
and very small print too. You know?
And it stretches all the way from, looks like there's the one here still in May, and stretches all the way through, let's see, September, and then it's got a list of like all summer long stuff too, like things that just happen constantly, like weekly kind of thing.
Right.
Okay.
Right, and then and then we got the special gyms, the Y and the Parks and Rec and our library and our art center, the Environmental Learning Center and the Extension Office. Those are all some other great places that have things going on all the time that we don't necessarily have all of their day-to-day stuff in there. The library has daily programs for families and youth, so it's there's something in there that not everything kind of can fit in there when you do the day-to-day stuff. We started doing this about 10 or 12 years ago, and it used to be a trifold on a single, like a regular sheet of paper, and most of it was, play hopscotch or do this, and then you would throw in an event or an activity.
Right.
Well, for the most part, the play hopscotch, those kind of things are all out. And so just when I was looking back over this, I was like, holy cow, and I've been putting it together for that many years. And it's like, it was just amazing to see how much activity for families has come in the last 10 years and 5 years. And every year there's more and more. There's a whole bunch of concert series and different things going on monthly, the second Saturdays, downtown. Mm-hmm. I just think that there is so much and so much free or very, nominal fee, so there's just an opportunity. I mean, almost every weekend you can find at least one, if not 2 or 3 things to do with the family. And I love it. I love that Muscatine has just really grown into being family friendly and putting things out there. And so it's been exciting to be able to take more, some of the hopscotch out because, we can add so much more of these fantastic activities going on.
When you started working on this or when you first started putting this together, was it this long of a list? Or
no, it was like we called it 9, like it was like 89 things to do, but there was probably maybe 20 things that were like, hey, go to the the lip sync battle or go to the ice cream social for the art center. So there was not as much of that, but now, I mean, we're talking, I couldn't even I had to take the numbers off because I had to have the space. to put the activities in there. So like, I mean, I'm like, there's no numbers this year. I had to like cut back from Saturday to like I had to abbreviate everything. And so I really had to play with it this year to get everything to fit onto a legal size piece of paper at size 9 font. Yeah. So
Well, so how can folks get a hold of this? Where are they going to be looking to see this?
It will be coming through the virtual backpack. If it didn't, I don't think it hit yesterday or this last week, but it should be in the virtual backpack for the schools this coming up week. You can find it. It is already on our website for the Y. And then... So you can find it, all of those. It'll be shared on like social media and stuff by some of our partners who are part of the Family Effectiveness Coalition.
Gotcha.
So there's a lot of places to see it, but right now you can actually just go to the Muscatine Community Y website and it's on the front page. So the link is there on the front page. And then some of our like LSI and public health are going to have they're going to have hard copies. You can stop by the Y and get a hard copy. So there is there's that. But if you stop by the Y, we can get you a hard copy too. So if it's easier to see it in this form because it's not as easy to print. But you have to have it on one page to use social media very easily because you want to put it in a JPEG so people can see it.
Just pull up the whole thing and then just scroll through.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, we had to try to play with that a little bit too as the years have changed. Social media, and a lot of people don't click on links. So if it's in your Facebook feed, people aren't necessarily clicking on links. So you got to make it that looks interesting, where they can just see a picture of it and stuff. And so the JPEG picture is important.
Yeah, it's funny. I remember reading something that said that if people, because you never know, too, how long it could take for a link to load. Some people will click on a link. If it doesn't load and doesn't show up immediately, backspace, they're backing out of it. Yeah.
Right. And Facebook doesn't show you as much stuff. So Facebook is one of the social media that I see a lot of Muscatine people and organizations use, and if you don't have a picture with it and just the link, you don't see it as much. So not as many people get it. So
Gotcha. Well, this is great. I mean, I'm looking. I've already seen 4 things on here just in June that I'm getting excited for. Like there's free fishing days in Iowa, June 7th through the 9th.
Yes. So
I had no idea that even existed.
Every year, yes.
Every year, wow.
Yeah. So it's actually pushed back a little bit. Usually it's like the first weekend of June, so it was a little surprising, but they so is it the 7th and 8th or
7th through the 9th
7th, the Friday, so that's probably why, is because they wanted the Friday, Saturday in June. So, and then they always have the fishing derby and the fishing seminar at Discovery Park coincide with those free fishing.
I think Michelle talked about that last week, I think.
Yes.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, man, there's a lot to do here this summer. You cannot say, especially when you look at this, you can't say there's nothing to do in Muscatine.
No, and I find it amazing how everybody's come together over the years, like the Art Center, and now how much free stuff the Art Center has, and for families and for kids, and so that's it's fantastic to see. Sunnybrook, assisted living, they have so many free and community open events and activities that are going on. They have a concert series that's happening, and so it's like you just find these places. I mean, like Sunnybrook isn't a place, when you think about an assisted living center, isn't necessarily a place where you think that there's a whole bunch of free family activities, but there's something, at least 1 or 2 things every month going on that is open to the public, and they want people to come in. They want people to come and join them and see their residents and greet the residents and spend time with them. So I just find when you think about just some of the places where some of these things are happening, you're like, oh, wow.
Yeah. There's some might catch you by surprise. Yeah, yes. Absolutely. Well, so is there anything you really want to specifically highlight on here? Any YMCA things coming up real quickly? Well, of course,
I want to highlight our YMCA things. But one of the things that's coming up is June 11th is our lip sync battle. Because we're going to talk briefly here, too, about our summer middle school programming. But that lip sync battle is coming up on June 11th, and it's at the Mississippi Brew. And so you can get on a battle stage, you can come down and watch the event. We really do want to make this it's doubled every year in number of people on the stage. So we want to keep that going. But you can battle it out from 1 to 4 people. But June 11th, and then if you come down and just eat and watch the show, 20% of the sales are going to us that night too. But it really does help us be able to give scholarships to our school-age childcare families. It helps keep that camp price low. And then it also helps with, and I did the math the other day, we have 27 hours of free middle school programming a week this summer. So
that's quite a bit.
Yeah, so that lip sync battle and other fundraisers that we're doing are really important so that we can keep doing this work for the community.
Excellent. And so it's going to be happening at the Mississippi Breeze. So now folks can when they come in the door, they get a ticket, right?
Yeah.
In order to vote with?
Yeah. So everybody can vote too. So everybody gets one free vote. And the nice thing is, if you come down, another way to support the program and to support people on the stage is to buy more votes.
That way you can vote for exactly who.
You want them to win. Yeah. Well, so that's another way to support the program and your person on the stage, or come down and you'll find someone. It's amazing. Our youth and family division is a lot of fun, and we have daughters and mothers kind of competing together. We have fathers and sons, and then we have just young people who will get up on the stage together. I'm amazed. Like, I get up on the stage because I feel like I have to, because as part of my role in trying to raise the funds through this. But it is not really in my wheelhouse. It's not something that I enjoy doing. But when I see these 8, 9, 10, 12-year-olds who can get up on the stage and do this, it's amazing to me. And I'm like, I just love watching it, because you can just see, I'm like, oh, I do this because I have to, not because I want to. When these young people are up there and they're doing it in front of their peers, in front of adults they don't know, and on a stage they don't know. It's one thing to be at a dance rehearsal where you've been practicing for months and months and months, and you have people on stage and you know what you're doing, you're getting, stepping into, but you're down here at a public event and stepping up on a stage, and it's just amazing to me to see these young people do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I can't wait for it. I'm hoping to get down there. Did you
make it last year?
I did not make it last year. Last year was an absolute nightmare for trying to make it to stuff here in Muscatine. I was still in the transition phase of trying to move out of doing stuff, having things I got to go do weekends and Aledo, stuff like that. So now this year, a lot more free time to be able to attend stuff. So I'm really hoping to get down there. So that's June 11th. And what day of the week is that?
It's a Tuesday.
It's a Tuesday. Okay,
yes.
Tuesday night.
Yes. So in Monday the 10th, we kick off our summer programs, our middle school. And it's actually there's a lot of programming for 5th graders all the way through high schoolers. Our main focus, everything on this sheet, the 27 hours, is for that 6th, 7th, and 8th grade.
Gotcha.
And so then we have opportunities for middle schoolers and opportunities for high school. But our kickoff event, which is the theme this year, is Men in Black, with the new Men in Black movie coming out this summer.
Right. There's one coming out, isn't there?
Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. So our theme is Men in Black, and so we can have some aliens, and we can have, we'll just have a bunch of games and activities that kind of go around that theme. And that's June 10th from 1 to 4. And it's just a great opportunity to meet my staff, meet some of the other kids who are going to be in programming, and just kind of get your feet wet into the programming.
Okay,
for the
excellent,
summer.
Excellent. So it's just kind of a drop in the hat here of this is what it's going to look like here for most of the summer. Okay, I got you. So how do you tell here which ones are which age groups?
So actually on this sheet, they're all listed, and this is actually on our website also. And this one's it's a little trickier to get to. You actually have to go into our character development or programming, and you'll see the summer newsletter.
Gotcha.
In that drop-in boxes, but so it's not right on the front cover like the summer things to do, but as we get through the summer, we're going to be revealing a new website for the Y that'll be
cool.
super friendly to use and web friendly, and phone friendly. So, those are some things that are exciting things too. It's like we get excited about programming, but also when you can roll out a new website that's going to be.
Yeah, new websites are a lot of fun. They're and it's always cool too to see like all the new stuff you can click on. Like, oh look, here's a whole new page focused to like Big Brothers Big Sisters, Special Olympics, stuff like that. Yeah. So that's awesome.
So, the summer stuff, whether you're looking for something for the family, whether you're looking for something for your middle schooler, your school-age child, there are so many camps. I'm going to throw out, if you go back to the summer things to do, Extension Office has camps. We have camps. Discovery Park, the County Conservation, Salvation Army has a day camp. We have a day camp, but Salvation Army is also doing some character camps too, so that are week long or a few days long. We have 2 sports camps at the Y and general sports camps, and then this year we are the host of the Iowa Hawkeye basketball camp for boys.
Oh, no kidding.
So that's our first year hosting it, and I think it's the first year. It hasn't been here for a couple of years, so I'm very excited that we are being able to play host to that this year. So you can check that out. That is on our website too, and it's in July. And I can't remember those dates. I was thinking it was like July 11th.
It looks like July 8th through the 11th.
So I knew the 11th was in my head, right? So, but you can start registering. Actually, for any of our summer programs at the Y, registration open today. So.
Okay. Oh, okay. Excellent. Man, and this is another long list of things to do here for sure. There's all sorts. There's all sorts of stuff. Whether you're in the science battles, there's fishing 101, 101, and 102.
Yeah. So we've done fishing 101 for the last couple of years, and this year we're going to be bringing in some other people to help us and kind of step up the game and kind of make it a little bit, so they can learn a little bit more about fishing. Mm-hmm. But what we were able to get a donation a couple of years ago of brand new fishing poles and some tackle boxes and stuff. So we actually supply everything you need to be able to fish that day with us.
Oh, and you guys will actually be going to like Discovery Pond and Weed Park?
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes. And some of the kids that have been going for the last couple of years, I said, I think we're going to spend a little bit more time at Deep Lakes. Yes. He was like doing this crazy happy dance when I told him on Friday, but we spend a lot of time at Discovery Park and Weed Park. We kind of just watch. And of course we fish at a really bad time of the day, but
what is it about the middle of the day when it's
we finish 10 to 12, but you have to do it when we can fit it in, and the kids aren't going to get up at 6 in the morning to come. Nope. and my staff isn't going to stay till 9 at night to do it, I
was about to say it's that late evening. That's my golden hour. I'm not one for rising early to go out there and do that, but
no.
I'll go late in the evening, yeah.
But, fishing 101, the fishing is just so fun. One summer we had so many kids going with us that I had to rent a bus every week.
Wow. That's awesome.
I would love that to happen again. Because that just shows us that the families and kids are using it. Mm-hmm. One of the other things I want to mention is that we are doing Ready, Set, Life this summer, and it's for 6th through 12th graders. And we are going to be doing things like career assessments. They're going to be doing portfolios. We're going to be visiting college campus, a business. We're going to kind of they're going to be working on signing their name. Like lots of kids don't even know how to sign their name. How to talk on the phone. Yeah. But the other things, financial, like banks balancing your checkbook and but it's just really all kinds of things that
it's funny that you guys are offering that. It's awesome that you guys are offering that, but it's funny because you'd think a lot of that stuff would be stuff specifically taught, where there'd be full courses on it in lower like middle school into high school and stuff like that, but there's really not. There's really not, and I don't say that to say anything bad against education. I'm just saying it just surprises the heck out of me. I know I would have appreciated some of it when I was in high school. And we're going to do job
applications.
Yeah. People don't know how to put together a resume.
No, and when you turn 15, 16, you got to fill out applications. Mm-hmm. And I get these applications and I'm like, oh, dude, I know you're 16, so I'm still going to look at it,
right.
But, but other people are like, oh, and so but filling out the job applications fully and so that they are readable, But one thing, people don't know how to talk on the phone anymore.
Nope.
I will get a voicemail. Hey, can you call me back? And then they hang up the phone. Dude, you didn't even leave me your phone number or a name.
Goodness.
No, I can't call you back.
That's tough right there. Wow.
And I'm like, I know that that's a middle schooler, and I can probably figure out who it was. But, if you can't leave me a name, at least leave me a name. I can't call you back.
Yeah, we live in the world of text messaging and instant messaging. So now, of course, they have your contact information when you send one of those instead of calling over the phone.
But I think, any of the stuff that we have going on in Muscatine this summer will be just fantastic for families and kids. And just the opportunities are just tremendous.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I want one before we go here. I wanted to mention, too, because I really got into it. I had no idea that we had a disc golf course here in Muscatine.
Yeah, yes.
I love disc golfing. So I went with some friends of mine over 2 weekends ago, and I was like, man, I wish there was one closer than, I was thinking Milan. There's the Camden 1 and 2 over there.
Yeah.
Or Davenport's Discovery.
Well, there's tons tons in Davenport,
but there's one right here in Muscatine. At one point, Iowa had the most disc golf parks in the country per state.
I have a friend who was working, great, tremendous job. I think it was on the Arsenal or something, and he left that and bought a disc golf shop, and Cedar Rapids, and now he's branched out to Des Moines. I mean, it's just but he's left this fantastic job to go do this and is doing really well, but he gets to play.
I like to say it's a growing sport because there's actually there's pro tournaments and stuff like that.
I think Muscatine hosts, and they have a league too you can get involved in, and they host tournaments and stuff. So.
Shoot, I had no idea. That's exciting right there.
Well, and what we love about the kids being able to do it is it's just so much fun to see them grow from the first week. The first week we maybe get 3 holes in.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of kids who will go. And so you get maybe 3 holes in because, it takes a really long time to get them.
And to get everybody
when
to throw.
When they don't know how to throw.
Yep.
And so, and then... So, I throw underarm and in a different way. And so, that when I go play with them, they're like, what? You can... And I'm like, yeah. It's
you forehand?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
And so, just kind of just the opportunities to learn different ways to throw and see it played differently and stuff. So the kids can really get a chance to... And if they're not very good, no one cares.
Yeah.
We just have a good time, Some of them just like to play the first couple holes and then they walk and talk. And,
that's the whole purpose of disc golf.
Socializing.
You don't have to be good at it. You just go out and you get to have fun and throw a disc around for a little bit.
Well, and some people throw the disc and run. And I'm like, yeah. I'm gonna walk.
I try to make it as few throws as possible, so there's less walking involved. I can just go straight to the hole. That's what I'm after.
My family plays a lot, and I really enjoy it. Except that now my son, my 16-year-old, learned how to putt. So now he beats me.
Drive for show, putt for dough.
He could outthrow me a little bit for the last couple of years, but I could still outputt him. And now he's learned how to putt. So it's now that I lose, it's not as much fun. But
Gotcha. Well, we're just about out of time here this morning. Thanks so much, Amy. Is there anything else you really want to mention before? Just tell folks one more time how they can get a hold of both of these.
Go to the Muscatine Community Y website, muscatiney.org, and you can find both the summer things to do and the summer newsletter for our 6th through 8th graders with that 5th through high school opportunities too. So you go to our website or give me a call, 263-9996, and we'll get things set up and emailed to you too.
Excellent. Well, thanks so much, Amy. Really appreciate having you in this morning.
Thank you.
Amy Hessel from the YMCA under the guise of Family Effectiveness Coalition here this morning. Tell us all about their summer things to do list that just came out. It's a huge list. You're going to be able to find something to do just about every day, every week. Every week here in Muscatine. So thanks again to Amy, and be sure to check out MP&W. If you're not hooked up to Mocklink Internet, TV, or phone services, turn it on for $10 off. Turn one on and get $10 off each for 3 months. Save even more when you bundle 2 or more. Details at MPW.org. This is Moving Forward, brought to you by Muscatine Power and Water on the voice of Muscatine.com.
This has been Moving Forward on KWPC AM 860 FM 95.1, the voice of Muscatine. Moving Forward is brought to you by MPW Digital TV and Mocklink Internet, a designated Blue Zones worksite. Browse to mpw.org. And remember, Moving Forward. Local guests making good things happen in the community. Weekdays at 8:15.